This is the game board which the T-shirt represents. There are 4 players here: the politician, the bureaucrat, the IRS agent, and the taxpayer. And the object of the game is to go all around like that until you reach square 60. Now let me have that. The taxpayer, the order of starting is determined by 2 dice. Also, the choice of players, there's 4 players. They choose that using the dice too, in order. Now the objective of these 3 is to retire on pension with both full benefits, and the object of the taxpayer is to push for the fair tax, which I'll describe to you just now. The fair tax, the progressive national retail sales tax, a rebate to ensure that no American pays federal taxes on spending up to the poverty level, dollar for dollar federal revenue neutrality, repeal of the 16th Amendment. Back to the game board. 3 examples. The politician lands on square 5. Politician guilty of misconduct, slapped on the wrist by ethics committee. Go back 2. He goes back to taxpayer forward 2. Yeah, I know, that's all right. Second example, bureaucrat guilty of incompetence, promoted to next grade. If he's on square 11, he goes up 3. 1, 2, 3, and the taxpayer back 4, wherever the taxpayer is. The third example, the IRS agent audits brother-in-law's business competitor and fines him $5,000. IRS agent, when he's on 15, he goes forward 3, and the taxpayer back 2. So now I have some notes on opinions of prominent Americans on the tax system. I don't know where it got to. I did it. It is an unlimited power to tax involves necessarily a power to destroy, but then is a limit beyond which no institution, no property can bear. Chief Justice John Marshall, 1819. Income tax is not primarily to raise money for the state, but to regulate the citizen. Representative Samuel Walter McCall, 1913. Our tax system is utterly impossible, utterly unjust, and completely counterproductive. It's earned a rebellion, and it's time we rebelled. Ronald Reagan, 1985. It's amazing how the IRS uses very similar tactics to organized crime. They both run their operations based totally on fear. Former IRS agent interviewed by Freedom Magazine, 1985. And now a few examples of the harassment of taxpayers by the IRS. After being continually harassed by the IRS, 49-year-old Alex Council of High Point, North Carolina, killed himself so that his wife Kay could use his life insurance benefits to continue to fight a $300,000 Irish lien. Appearing in April 1990 before Senate subcommittee chaired by Senator David Pryor, Mrs. Council stated the IRS had made her widow and described how a federal court later ruled that she and her deceased spouse owed the IRS nothing. In 1986, when she was 6 3/4 months pregnant, Christy Wadsworth of Idaho Falls, Idaho, saw her husband Kurt on the ground outside their home underneath 5 men being choked by one of them. She thought they were from the mafia. As it turned out, they were IRS agents. When she ran outside and tried to help her husband, Christy was shoved by another member of the IRS group, at which point she went into premature labor, soon gave birth to twins. One baby died at birth, while the other suffered physical damage which still troubles him. The IRS agent who tormented the Wadsworths had no warrant. The taxes of Christy and her husband were not in question. Let's show that's right. My friends, we have a heaven-sent opportunity to terminate the IRS and the income tax system. So let's go for it and support Congressman John Linders' tax proposal, number HR 25, the fair tax bill. I'm now 88 years old, means I don't have much more time, but I would like to see children and grandchildren freed from this evil system. So if we fail in this endeavor, then shame on us. But I know we won't fail because we love our kids so much. That is it.